necessary for you in order to move forward. Okay? So, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's begin. Let's begin. So this activity is a bit invasive. I'm really going to be getting into this brain, but in order to help me see some of those negative thoughts and brain junk, if you will, I'm just going to stimulate different regions of your brain with this soft brush. Okay? Where should I start? Maybe I should start back here. Just gently stimulating the brain. Gently stimulating different areas. Perhaps dusting off some areas that haven't quite been too active or not as active as they should be. Just gently activating different regions of your brain. Okay, I can see some thoughts popping their heads. Some of them have ugly heads, but that's okay. I'm going to help you remove them. That's what I'm here for. I'm seeing a lot back here. There are a few in the front of your mind. Very, very few. It's very hard to hold multiple thoughts at once in our conscious mind. Typically we move from one to another, to another, to another, and another, and another. But let's take a closer look here. Okay, I see one here. This one is purple. Purple thoughts can have all sorts of meanings, but typically they have to do with some possible areas of pain that we think about, maybe some smaller traumatic moments, maybe something like being embarrassed, for example. So let's take a look at it. Okay. Do you feel it? Yeah, it's in the back of your mind, so that tells me that it's not something you think about super often, but it does cross your mind once in a while. No pun intended. Okay, let's just ease it out. Ease it out, ease it out, ease it out. Come on. Okay. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Oh wow. It's a long one. Okay, this is... Oh wow. Okay. This is a very rare occurrence. This is most likely a thought or memory that you developed in your early childhood. Maybe an embarrassing moment that has stuck with you. That's why it is hesitant to be removed. But I can tell you've been holding on to this for a very, very long time. We won't be able to remove it, but what we can do is acknowledge its existence, acknowledge the role it has had in our life, but we can try our best to release the greater part of it without completely forgetting about it, okay? Maybe it has some more lessons to teach us. Maybe that's why